Today, we learn about international organization, syllabus for UPSC, international relations, and current affairs. UN Charter. The Charter of the United Nations is the founding document of the United Nations. It was signed on 26 June 1945 in San Francisco at the collision of the United Nations Conference of International Organization and came into force on 24th October 1945. The United Nations can take actions on a wide variety of issues due to its unique international charter and the powers vested in its charter, which is considered an international treaty. As such, the United Nations is an instrument of international law, and the United Nations member states are bound by it. The United Nations Charter codified the major principle of international relation, from sovereign equality of a state to the prohibition of the use of force in international relations. The international relation, the International Court of Justice, the principal judicial organ of the United Nations, function in accordance with the uh, statute of the ICJ, International Court of Justice, which is annexed to the United Nations Charter and form an integral part of it. Now, United Nations principal organs of the United Nations: General Assembly, Security Council, Secretariat, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, ICJ, International Court of Justice. International organization. Now we go beyond United Nations approx. We hear that United System. United Nations System. The United Nations System is part of United Nations, which is addition to the United Nations itself, comprises the money, funds, programs, and a specialized agency, each of which have their own area of work, leadership, and budget. The program and fund are financed through voluntary rather than assessed contributions. The specialized agency are interpreted international organization funded by both voluntary and assessed contribution. The United Nations contribute coordination its work with the separate United Nations entities which cooperate with the organization to help it achieve its goal. Now we focus on a specialized agency, the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations, ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization, IFAD, International Fund for Agriculture Development, ILO, International Labour Organization, IMF, International Monetary Fund, IMO, International Maritime Organization, ITU, International Telecommunication Union, UNESCO, United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNWTO, World Tourism Organization, UPU, Universal Postal Union, WHO, World Health Organization, WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, WMO, World Meteorological Organization, World Bank Group 7, IBRD, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, IDA, International Development Association, IFC, International Finance Corporation. Now we hear about General Assembly. First, we discussed. It is the main deliberate policy making and representative organ of the United Nations. All 193 members of the United Nations are separated in the General Assembly, making it is the only UN body with universal representations. Decision on important questions such as those are peace and security, admission of new member and budgetary matters require a two-third majority of the United Nations General Assembly. Decision on other questions are by simple majority. UNGA, United Nations General Assembly, Resolution 377, Uniting for Peace Resolution, a state that is any case where the Security Council, because of a lack of unanimity among its five permanent members, P5, failed to act as required to maintain international peace and security, the General Assembly shall consider the matter immediately and may issue appropriate recommendation to United Nations member for collective measures including the use of armed force when necessary in order to maintain or restore international peace and security. General Assembly function and power. Now we only know about main policy making and representative. Now my discussion is going beyond the that parts. Now we focus on decision makings. After decision making, we first of all focus on functions and powers of General Assembly. Now, function and powers. Consider the approve the United Nations budget and stabilize the financial assessment of member states. Elect the non-permanent member of the Security Council and the member of other United Nations Council and organs, and on the recommendation of the Security Council appoint the Secretary General, consider and make recommendation on the general principle of cooperation for maintaining international peace and security including disarmament. Okay, now discuss any question relating to international peace and security and except where a dispute or situations is currently being discussed by the Security Council, make recommendation on it. Discuss with the same exceptions and make recommendation on any question with the scope of charter and affecting the power and function of any organ of the United Nations. Make recommendation for the peace settlement of any situation that might impair friendly relation among countries. Consider reports from the Security Council and other United Nations organs. Now we focus on General Assembly decision making. How decision taken by General Assembly. Each of 193 member in the assembly has one vote. Okay. Vote taken on designated important issues such as recommendation of peace and security, the election of Security Council and economic and social economic member, and budgetary question require two-third majority of member states. Other question are decided by a simple majority. Now the session focus on the session of General Assembly. First, a regular session, a special session, an emergency, a special session. Okay, regular session each year on a Tuesday of the third week of September. Okay, counting from the first week that contain at least one working days. Okay, now we go to a special session. A special session at the request of the Security Council of a majority of member state or of the one member state is the majority of other member concur. Emergency special session emergencies were called within 24 hours of a request by Security Council on the vote of any nine council members or by a majority of United Nations state or by one member state if the majority of members concur. Now we focus on General Assembly committees. First, credential committees. A credential committee is appointment at the beginning of each regular session of the General Assembly. Okay. I and now we wind up this class, and if you want this PDF, then you message me in the comment box. You drop your message for PDF. I sent you. Thank you. Bye bye.